Brad Pitt. Leota's in that, and he's really
Tonight's limerick is brought to you by the sunshine of my love. On God's shelf or the moon we go walking. A rolling stone can't hear you a knocking. Light your eternal flame. Add a horse with no name. This casserole's casserockin'.
Thank you, Hadouken. Yeah, he was the real one, man. He was cool. You know who else was cool? Who I like met the next day? In my head, it was the next day. It might have been like a week later. Thomas Jane was really cool. And I talked to Thomas Jane for a minute. Again, this is like very early on. And he, I guess, used to be a Bollywood star. I was like, how is it, man? Like, you're blowing up. And he's like, I was huge in India. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. And so he's like, this is crazy, but he's like, my life is already insane. He's like, how are you?
That's delicious.
He's great, man. He was great in The Expanse. Really good in The Expanse. And then, of course, Adam Sandler was like, he's the guy. When I was an intern, I know I've told this story a million times. He saw me looking at him out of the corner of my eye, and he came over and talked. And he was like, hey, I'm Adam. Talked to me for 10 minutes. It's awesome. And then later, because life is insane, 20 years later, I was at his office, and I got to tell him that story, and he gave me a hug. It was awesome. Very cool. I know I've told this story many times, but I'll tell it again because it deserves it, because Adam Sandler's awesome. Adam Sandler, he would come on our show, and the commercial breaks would run up and down the aisles, high-fiving people and meeting people. Really awesome, right? Also, we would do travel shows, and he was on the show. He would ask where the nearest YMCA is, and then he would go by himself and just play pickup basketball games with like local kids during the day. Can you imagine how insane it would be? You're like in Atlanta or Dallas or something. You're playing basketball at YMCA, and Adam Sandler shows up. I was like, hey, you mind if I get in? And you're just like, literally the coolest guy. The coolest fucking guy. He deserves all the best things in the world, man. Sandler is a real one for sure. Oh, I haven't seen the Mutant Chronicles. Hopefully not for Dodgeball. Yeah, exactly. Oh, got you. You're out. That's, man. Billy Madison, the Dodgeball scene. Billy Madison is great. Absolutely great. All right, all these noodles go in. No yolks. No yolks allowed. Extra broad. Let's go. Thomas Jane Bollywood movie would be great. There you go. Definitely not enough water. Maybe enough water. I guess so. Sure, why not? Does that feel like enough water to people?
Did you ever call Frito-Lay back to tell them about the 3 extra bag of Cheetos you were supposed to have?
I have not. We can't do it tonight because they're closed on the weekends. Remind me to do that on a weekday stream, and we'll do it. But also, their hours might be... I'll have to maybe just do it on my own time. Oh, it might be the right amount of water. All right. Watching Billy Madison today. It's a great movie. ADSR says, I once spent 3 hours on a flight from LA to London. Wow. Drinking a bottle of whiskey with Charlie Hunnam. Oh my God. About the time of the final season of Sons of Anarchy. I've never seen it, but I hear it's great. Had an interesting conversation about 50 Shades of Grey and crypto. Wow, interesting. He's great in The Gentleman. I'd love to see him. I think Colin Farrell has made some of the best choices someone can make. Like, Brad Pitt has made some really great choices for being like a really pretty guy. I think like 12 Monkeys, California, Seven, Fight Club. He's made some really fun choices for being like, a handsome leading man. And I think Colin Farrell has done the same thing, maybe even better. I think like Penguin, In Bruges, Fright Night was fun. He kind of played like almost like a parody of himself in Fright Night. And The Gentleman.